Well, the Indiana Fiscal Policy Institute has just released a report that looks at how state and local governments have somewhat swapped responsibilities and restructured revenues over the past 40 years, replacing property taxes with state sales taxes to support education, welfare, adding local income taxes through the last decade of property tax caps. Fiscal Policy Institute President Chris Watts is here now to break down the numbers. And Chris, as always, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Gary.
First of all, the Fiscal Policy Institute has been around since 1987. Really a group that takes a look at some important long-term issues.
Yeah, it's our job to be an independent voice and look at, you say, as these long-term challenges. If we're talking about the same issues as everyone else, we're probably not doing our job.
This new report of a fiscal history of Indiana local government, it really looks at the fact that, everybody pays attention to the two-year state budget, and we're in that process now of getting a biennial budget. But the plight of local government really demands more focus.
It certainly does, and especially over the last decade, what we've seen is where cities and counties and towns across the country have really rebounded from a budget standpoint from the Great Recession. Local government here has continued to have to cut back, and we're actually spending at 2002 levels on a inflation-adjusted basis.
Why is that? I mean, I know there are property tax caps. I know a lot of things have changed.
Sure. Well, property taxes are certainly unpopular for many reasons, but also very predictable as a source of local government revenue. And so as we've shifted away from that, we've seen revenues decline in real terms, especially over the last decade, but also relying more on local income taxes introduces some volatility into the system as income tax revenues tend to rise and fall with the economy.
And that has had, I assume, a direct connection to infrastructure woes, all kinds of things, from roads to everything else at the local level and getting things done.
Sure. So local government here in Indiana is spending about 75 cents for every dollar spent by the localities nationally, and capital budgets have dropped even more dramatically. So, we're not certainly critiquing more frugal government, but we have to understand where efficiency turns into underinvestment when it comes to things like roads, quality of life investments.
Well, you mentioned quality of life, quality of place, certainly buzzwords in economic development these days. As you look at the ability for cities and towns, counties to do those types of things, is there a need to look at new and different, maybe creative ways to do those things?
We do. We need to take some big swings at this issue. We need to find that place where we can balance affordable tax climate with the ability to make these transformative investments, whether that's, we commend Mayor Fadness and AIM for looking at investment hubs. There may be other solutions we need to explore, but we need to start doing it now.
Yeah. All right. Well, the report, once again, a fiscal history of Indiana local government. You can see the full report at our website, InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Got a lot of information, a lot of food for thought to Chris. And Chris Watts is the president of the Indiana Fiscal Policy Institute. Thanks for being here. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, Gary.
All right.